Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here. I'm back with this week's edition of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you as always by MEOR DC. And you can get a taste of MEOR DC and of Shabbos if you happen to be around the Marvin Center and the campus of GW tonight, Friday night, 7:30, room 412. Mrs. E and I are hosting a beautiful Shabbos dinner. Please come on by. What's going through my mind now? Way in the recesses of my mind from my past, some commercial along the lines of the following. You try scrubbing, you try washing, you try scouring, and you still can't get that stain out of your shirt or your collar. Why did that go through my mind? Because it's connected a little bit to the Torah portion. Why? When you read the Torah portion, Va'era, the second portion of the book of Shmos or Exodus, I at least find myself with the same intonation saying, that Pharaoh, we keep trying to show him that Hashem's in charge, and he relents for a few minutes, and then he snaps back to his stubbornness. That's the pattern that we're in the throes of the Exodus from Egypt in this week's Torah portion, and rather the plagues that precede the Exodus from Egypt. 7 plagues or makos are in this week's Torah portion, and the pattern I'm referring to is Pharaoh, the tyrant leader of Egypt, sees the enormity of the power of Hashem and relents and says, okay, Moshe, to Moses, you can go, you and your people go out and serve Hashem as he wants you to do. And then after the plague recedes, that particular makkah or plague, he snaps back. No, I'm not going to let you go anymore. Yes, Moshe, you can go. I'm a sinner. My people are sinners. And then no, he snaps back. That silly Pharaoh. You try scrubbing it out, you try scouring it out, washing, and the stain just doesn't go away. Silly shirt, silly Pharaoh, silly us. You know, Torah is supposed to be learned and read and studied on many different levels. And of course, there was a historical Exodus and there was a historical Pharaoh, but on a metaphorical level, the Torah is also teaching us the tenacity and stubbornness of our own Yetzer Hara, you and me, our own evil inclination, the little Pharaoh inside of us. Whether it's trying to break a bad trait or trying to acknowledge some higher truth in life. Okay, this time, yes, I'll be better. I'm not going to give in to that temptation. I'm going to do what's right. And then the pressure of whatever suffering or difficulty relents. Back to your old ways. I can relate to Rabbi E in 3 too. I'm going to do my Rabbi E in 3 earlier every week. I'm going to do it on Thursday. It's Friday morning, but at least I did it this week, right? The Yetzer Hara, our evil inclination, is, as the great Rabbi Moshe Chaim Luzzatto in his book, The Path of the Just, a book everyone should have in the Sirus Yesharim, he says about the Yetzer Hara, and he's just citing Talmudic passages basically. The Yetzer Hara is an ish milchama, a warrior, malumad ba'armimios, well-versed in trickery and deception. Hayetzer hara takif ma'od, he's very strong. In other words, the battle we have, our lifelong battle with our lower nature, with our egotism, with the Pharaoh inside of us that doesn't want to acknowledge the truth, doesn't want to do what's right. It's a story of our lives. I saw the beautiful movie Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman over break. Fantastic movie about Churchill's ascension to power. And you know, I can't do the accent, but I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. Winston Churchill said in his first address to the House of Commons. We have a lot of joy in our lives as Jews and as human beings in this beautiful world, but we also have to face blood, toil, tears, and sweat in battling our own Yetzer Hara. Don't be like Pharaoh. Well, we're going to be like Pharaoh, but work on it to be more like Moshe and more like a good, righteous person. Have a great Shabbos.